Hey guys, so today I'm gonna talk about the mistakes most of the students do after coming in Canada in the starting days. I'm not saying that you guys are doing this mistake or other guy did that. I am just sharing from my experience from 5 to 6 months. I learned from other guys what should ignore or the things we should not do that so that our life would be better in Canada as an international student. So let's start the video. So first thing which comes in everyone's mind when we land to Canada is to buy a new phone if we don't have iPhone or a new version of the phone in India. We try to buy it in India. I had the same feeling. I tried to buy iPhone after 2 to 3 days. I asked my friend, let's buy the iPhone because we have to buy the plan. With that we get the phone here. We so that with plan it's a kind of cheap. So, but my friend said you should wait. You should wait for like Boxing Days or Christmas Day, so that you will find a better deal. I was I wasn't ready to wait, but they forced me to wait. So that helped me. I get a better deal. About that I've talked earlier. When you came here, just wait for the better deals because I have many friends who are forced into the deals which are very huge and they're paying more than 100 for the same phone I have in a month per month. So it will be a huge amount and it will be effective after months, and you will realize that decision was not good for you. So this is the first thing related to the phone. So have patience and wait for a better deal. So second point is the main point of this video. This is related to the cars. Everyone wanna buy car and to show off or something, or they like the car because we can get our favorite car here. Which one is your favorite? You can get it. Just go to the dealer. If you will find one dealer, if one say no, you will find another dealer. Sooner or later you will find one. So what's the point? The point is you should buy car or not. According to me, you should not buy car in your study period. I will take in the cases. If you are not earning from the car, don't buy it. If you are, the first case is try to ignore buying car in your study period. That's the main point. If that's the main point, after that, if there is a situation you need to buy the car, first think about the old cars around which you can buy on cash on 1,002, 3 or 4, around that how much you can afford. So that go to the that slot and check if it's work in your study period, because you can change after. You can get whatever car you want in your work permit. That will be easy for you. I will tell you why. Because so first go to the second slot to the old car. If you think it can work for you, go for that, because in that you will have a third party insurance that will be not huge every month. You don't need to pay every month installment because it's easier when you pay in advance, because every month installment is a huge burden over your head. If you don't have car, you don't have any burden on your head, because you are GIC is coming. You can manage GIC on your food, rent, everything, but you can't manage your car expenses. That's the main point. So in the second slot, if you need a car and you're going to buy the old one, that's the best you can do. You can have third party insurance, and if you are running from it, that's good. That's the point of the old car. Now come to the for car. If you are to do Uber or something, that's your choice. Still buy the car which is good in mileage or something, because if it's Uber, it's gonna be around 1 lakh kilometer in 1 year if you do Uber or you do Domino's delivery or something. So its value will go down after 1 year or 1 or 2 year your study is complete, so it's going to be no use for you for new car. So I don't think you need to buy a new car. Try to buy old one. But in Uber cases you have to buy the car which is not past for 10 years. I mean, this will be inside the 10-year slot. So this is the main car. Now I give you the example. I have many friends. I have mostly friends who are delivering in Domino's who are insiders. I have one friend who is insider in Domino's. He bought car, and I talked to him about that. He's doing well. He bought a car, and a good one. And he told me that before car he was saving a huge money, but after buying car he's saving nothing. So what's the point of doing work and when you are studying? And it will affect your study, because if you buy car you will work more, you have to earn more, then you will not concentrate on your studies. That's the first case. Second case, if the other who is delivering and he bought the same car. So now the point comes to delivery. Delivery is good. You earn a little more than the insider or the other work you do. but it's risky. You are every time you are on road, it's you are on the risk. You can, it's there a risk of ticket or accident, everything. And whenever you get a ticket or anything, you break a rule, it will be leads to you increase in your monthly installment of your insurance. So it will be lead to the increasing of your insurance. So if we just in case if mishappening, I'm not saying it will happen. If it, just in case if you think it's happen, it's gonna ruin your future in here as an international student. Because I have many friends who are paying in last 2 to 3 months who had insurance paying with 700, and one is just renew his insurance for 800. So you can see. So what they said to me, or they want to share their experience, they said that don't buy a car until it's necessary, and don't buy a new one or your dream car, don't buy it in student life. That's the main point. If you have good background in India, that's a different case. I'm not talking about that case. I'm talking about the middle class, or you can say we have to manage our expenses here. I'm talking about that slot. So that's the point about the insurance. Everything lead to increase in your insurance, and it will be a huge burden. Now next, the last point is which I notice and want to share is that related to car. Try to ignore buy car before 1 year. I mean, suppose your study is ending in next September and you are buying car in this September, because your insurance gonna be renewed after 1 year when your study is completing. So if something mishappening happen, you have to pay extra at that time, because it will be worst case for you, because at that time you have to shift from one city to another. You need money for that, and if you have to pay huge insurance, you will not be able to move. That's the main point. And in many cases we have to move from where we are studying, so we need money for that. But if we paying huge insurance, we have to pay first and last in the same month, it will be a mess for you. So guys, try to ignore cars until you study. Once the study is complete, just wait for 1 or 2 years. You have been waiting for so long. After that, you can buy you any car you want. So that's the point. The third point I want to talk about is credit cards. So we got credit cards after coming here, just after activating our mostly in cases we got $1,000 credit card. So what about that? Is should be everything in Canada is related to your credit score and your in your driving experience, or I can say everything you how you drive and your credit score. These are the two main things. If you want to live a good life in Canada, you have to manage these two things. Now I have talked about the car and insurance in the earlier. Now let's talk about the credit cards. So credit card, don't think that it's your money, it's bank. Every time you tap a credit card, you are taking loan from a bank, and if you have used all of it, you can't take it again. So use it like it's your insurance, so that you don't have money now that time you use it. Suppose if you use 200 to 300 400, first try to pay that, because it's in your pocket every time you can use it. It's like having a backup. So don't use it like you have it's your money and just use it and end up in using all of it. That's going to affect your credit score. Try to increase your credit score, manage this from the starting. Borrow money from your friends for some time, then to take the credit card from the banks. Because I have seen the other guys who have bought 4,000 to 5,000 credit card limit, and they just take the cash and pay it to the fee, and their credit score is so down that they can't do anything now. So don't do that. Try to use your credit card very carefully, and watch videos on YouTube how to manage your credit card score, how to increase your credit score, because it's going to help in everything. If you want to buy a car or you want to take any kind of loan, it will be related, it will be done on the basis of your credit score. So credit card is also main thing. Don't think it's your money, it's bank. Every time you do a tap, you are taking a loan from a bank. So now let's move to the fourth point. So fourth point, I'm going to talk about the part-time jobs and related to study. This is the point after suppose you get a part-time job. So I'm going to say that don't focus more on part-time job. Don't do extra hours so that it affect your study. Because if you're doing extra hours and you fail in your college or in your subject, you have to pay again. You have to take one more semester, which is going to be huge amount you have to pay. So the work you have done on the extra hour is going to be waste for you. So try to be balance it balance the work, balance the study, everything. It just, you have to be more careful in your study period. This is the period that will decide your future in Canada. If you don't manage this year, it's gonna be worse for you once you come on work permit. So try to manage everything. Work, but not that much so that you have to study. So don't work that much, which will affect your study. So let's move to the next point. So fifth point is related to the stuff you bought from India. So my point is, you should bought stuff as much as possible you can, which will be so that you don't have to buy it from here. Because in your study period, you need to keep your expenses down. In my case, my study is almost 1 year. I almost bought the stuff or the clothes or everything so that I don't have to buy anything in my study period. I know most of you guys have to study for 2 years or more. You can't do that, but try to get as many stuff so that you don't have to buy it from here. I know it's in starting we like stuff so much that we wanna buy, but you just keep in control and have patience. As I said, have patience and try to get more stuff from India. I have bought almost stuff. I don't need to buy anything after coming here. I just bought 2 to 3 things that don't cost that much. But so I have everything until my study will be finished. So I don't need to buy until then. That's the point. Try to keep your expenses as minimum as possible in your study period. That will be a huge benefit for you. So let's move to the next point. So the last point is related to the behavior or how to behave in Canada. So life here is totally different from India, because in India we have family to support us, everyone. In here we don't have anyone. We have friends, but they will support you at a limit. So what should be the behavior? According to me, I don't know how to say this point, but I am sharing this as much as I can. I hope so you will understand this point. So the point is you don't need to be egoistic, or you can't be short tempered here. Suppose take as an example, as in upon a part-time job, you did a mistake. If you don't do the mistake and someone is saying to you, that's a different thing. But if you did a mistake and your boss or your manager is saying something to you, you can't be short tempered. You can't reply on the same tone to him, because you will lose your job. And you did a mistake, you have to pay the price. So that part. Other than that, you have to manage with other. If you are living in a house, there are many. You're living with house with friends. You are, in most cases, you don't live alone. So you're living with your friends. Even you have a single room, you will be sharing house with others. So you have to manage with other people or your students, friends. You have to manage with them. So the point is, if everyone have a different nature, different thinking, so it will not match with you in many cases, or not in many cases, or if with one or two, but you have to manage with them also. Getting into fight or angry on someone is not gonna help you in making groups and fighting in college or shouting around. These things we do in India, I know that, but here it's not gonna help you. So in your study period, until you get your PR, you should be very careful. Even a single complaint against you, it's gonna ruin your life here. So guys, just be careful and have patience. And in last, I'm not saying that you guys will make this mistake, or everyone doing these mistakes. Even I have done some of them. I don't know, maybe, but just try to ignore these mistakes. Then your life in Canada will be a very good way. I don't know how to say that. Still, you will be fine if you keep these things in mind. So these are the points I want to share with you guys, so that it will be more easier for you when you come here. Try to ignore this mistake, then it will be easy for you. And these are the point I have learned from friends in past 6 months. So try to ignore this mistake. And if you think there is anything else we should ignore, or a student should ignore, please let me know in the comment box. Or if you need to know something else, you can Instagram or comment in the comment section. Other than that, you guys were asking about the co-op program. It's in working, still in process. I'm at the interview point. Interviews are going on. Once it finished, the co-op program, once it finished, I mean interview, I go to the co-op. After that, I will make a video on it from starting to ending. That will be more helpful than making in the parts. So I'm waiting for that. That's why I'm not sharing about the co-op. So now, catch you guys later. Hope so you guys are doing good, and it's good now. The weather is getting great. So guys, see you. Have a great day.